In this video, we will look at a few examples that will allow us to practice working with proportions with angle bisectors. In example A, we're asked to find x, and in this situation we have a triangle where one of the angles has been bisected by this ray, and we can tell that because of the angle markings showing that those two little angles are congruent. So what that means is that these four segments have a proportional relationship among them. And what that is that 9 over x must be the same ratio as 21 over 14. So because we know that, we can set up this proportional equation and cross multiply in order to solve for x. When we cross multiply, we get 21x equals 126, and when we divide by 21, we get x equals 6. So we were able to use that proportional relationship to find x. All right, let's look at example B. In this example, it says determine the value of x that would make the proportion true. So it's marked that these angles are congruent, which means that there's a certain value for x that it has to be in order for this situation to actually exist. And again, what that is 5 over 3 has to equal 4x plus 1 over 15. Now be careful about how you set this up. Notice that I went with the two segments that are crossed by the angle bisector first, and I did 5 over 3. And then for my second ratio, I started with 4x plus 1 because that came from the same part of the triangle as the 5. So I want the 5 and the 4x plus 1 to be lined up. Now again, we solve this by cross multiplying, and we're going to have to distribute that 3. So it will be 3 times 4x plus 1 equals 75. And we distribute our 3 to get 12x plus 3 equals 75 minus 3. So 12x equals 72, which means that x equals 6. So that means if x is 6, then this whole triangle situation can exist because the ratio will be consistent and the proportion holds true. All right, let's look at example C. And here we're asked to find the missing variable. So it's really the same situation. We have an angle bisector, which means that the four segments here have a proportional relationship. So our equation is going to be 4 over 3 equals, and since I started with 4 on my first ratio, I want to start with 12 on my second because 4 and 12 are from the same part of the triangle. So the second will be 12 over x. Cross multiply to solve this, and we get 4x equals 36, which means that x equals 9.